Hey folks, today we're making my favorite pizza. And when I say favorite pizza, I mean my Margarita Pizza. And when I say Margarita Pizza, I mean 3 simple ingredients as toppings: tomato, fresh basil, and mozzarella. And that's all there is on this thing, and it's absolutely great. It starts off with my crust though, and here are the basic ingredients for my crust. I will start off with 1 package of active dry yeast. It's about 2 1/4 teaspoons worth. To that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of flour. And then to that I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of warm water. When I say warm water, it's about 105 to 110 degrees. I'll take this, I'm going to stir my water into my yeast mixture here. Get that fully blended. That's good to go. And you're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. I've actually done some right here already. Now look at the difference. That's the beginning one, that's 10 minutes later. You want that sort of bubbly stuff to happen so you're ready to go to make a really great yeast dough. What I have in my bowl now is I have 1 1/4 cups of flour, to which I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then I'm going to add in this yeast mixture, just like that. And I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And I'm going to use my hands here, get all this stuff out of the way, and just simply mix all this together. Everything comes out of my board. All over my fingers, pretty nice. But I'll take this now and I'll just sort of mix it together. And I've got some additional flour here for everything, but I'll keep pulling everything together, mixing it until it forms a nice complete dough. Here we go. So it's all together now. I'll put a little bit of flour on my board. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to knead this for about 10 minutes till it gets nice and elastic. All the gluten start doing their thing. I am officially working up a sweat here. It's been about 10 minutes of kneading my dough. As you can see right now, it's nice and smooth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it, sort of like roll the edges around underneath to make a nice little ball, just like that. And then I'm actually going to take the same bowl that I used to mix everything, because it's just got flour in it right now. And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of there. And I'm going to roll this dough into that olive oil. So it's on all sides, sides and bottom and top. Roll it like this, and I'll just take a towel, nice clean dish towel here. And I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to let that rest for about 1.5 hours till it doubles in size. And as it would happen, I actually have some already right here that I've done. Here it is after 1.5 hours. See how much bigger that is and how much it's blown up? What I'm now going to do is take this and roll it onto my board. I don't actually use my little hands to make a big huge circle. I actually use a rolling pin. But I'll start off by sort of making a pretty circular shape here, like that. And then I'll take this with a little bit of flour, a little flour on the top and on the bottom, like that. And I'm going to roll this out with my rolling pin to make about a 12-inch size circle. There we go. It's pretty good. This big guy right here. Put a little bit of cornmeal on there. Take this guy, just fold it over once, and put it right on top, and lay it back out. So there is my pizza dough ready to go in the oven. All I need now are my toppings, and the assembly is very, very simple. I will start off with this fresh mozzarella, and I'm just going to put that on the bottom of my pizza and just sort of spread it out. It doesn't have to cover every inch of the pizza bottom there. Next is the tomatoes. I'll just lay the tomatoes on top of the cheese, sort of like filling in those gaps. And I don't like to overly cover the pizza. I just want a nice flavor of all those ingredients. And then lastly, I've got my basil. And I'm just going to put the basil here, and I'm only going to put half of the basil on the pizza for the oven. I'm going to chop up the rest of it and actually put it on the top as it comes out, so you've got a bright green color that goes with the pizza as well. Beautiful. Now you make sure this guy can still slide. Pull it a little bit. There we go. Still slides. And now it's going to go into my oven at 500 degrees. This baby's coming out of the oven now. Here we go. This was actually a little bit less than 10 minutes. Normally I say about 10 to 12 minutes. This is like 9.5 minutes, but look at that, it's absolutely awesome. So the last step for mine is I'm going to take about 3 or 4 basil leaves, roll them up to make a little bit of a chiffonade. Thank you, oven, for reminding me that that's 10 minutes. And I'll sprinkle that on top for my final little presentation. A little too much there. And that's my Margarita Pizza. Whew. I gotta let that cool off a little bit before I slice it up, but it's pretty awesome and pretty easy to put together, as you just saw. This recipe, as always, is gonna be on our website at waynesweekend.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll be your source for food, lifestyle tips, all kinds of fun stuff, and I'll keep adding more and more and more as we go along. Take care. We'll see you next time. Ah.